Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna talk shop. This is the current state of my shop. It is still a mess, but I was able to add more racks for the lumber. I still need to build a base for my router. I need to build storage for this little stuff so I can have my workbench free. I need to build a base, a stand with storage for my drill press, and I need to work on French cleats. I built one, as you see here. It's not pretty. I made lots of mistakes, but I fixed them. But I'm okay with this. It's working. It took two big things that were sitting on the floor, and I've learned a lot by making that, but it took me 2 full days. You might think it would be ready in 2 hours or at most. I did not record myself making it because this place is still a mess. And today I am determined to make more storage so that I can move things and put them up on the wall. However, my stud finder's battery is dead, so now I have to go to the store to buy battery for this so I can mark the places on this wall to put the French cleats up, because instead of starting from here, I actually decided that I should probably work on this wall first. I also need to put some storage up here on the wall behind my table saw. I'm gonna try to show you how things are going. It's been taking a really long time to get things in order. The reason being my travel across the world. Very frequently I'm going to France for a writing retreat in April, and then going to London for a Jazz concert in May, and then going on vacation that lasted about a month in June. And I returned mid-July, and we had some guests out of town, guests immediately after we got back. And then now that they are gone, I am driving my kids to summer camp. Pickups are a little on the earlier side, which is not ideal. Yeah, so overall, life interferes with things. But as I had been back and been working on creating more shelving for my tools that are basically everywhere on the floor on my workbench. I can't use my workbench because of the stuff that I have on it. I have been, trying to make some progress. And this past weekend and the Monday through Wednesday, there was some window washing at the place that I'm at. And they also washed the rolling up doors, and I noticed that some water came in through the door and damaged, well, it didn't damage anything, but I think a part of my lumber got a little bit of water, which is fine. It's not the best, obviously, but I have a planer. I think it'll be fine. And then I also noticed that there was some water around my router table, which is face down. Thankfully, it was resting on a large bubble wrap plastic that it did not get rusted, but the cardboard underneath is soaked. So I emailed the manager, and he came over to kind of take a look. And as he was looking at this, he also went over across the courtyard of where my shop is, and opened up the door of another unit. And I looked at that unit, it was empty, and it was a larger unit. And I said, "Is that unit empty?" And he said, "Yes." "Is it available?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "I want it. I want that bigger unit." And they said that could work. We are supposed to be here at least for 6 months, but because it's an upgrade, they said they could apply my deposit to the other place too. So I filled out an application immediately. I'm still waiting for the application to go through, but it sounds like I'll be able to get the key to the new place today in the afternoon, and I will have to move out of here at the end of July, which is not that much time, and I need to take all these racks off, fill in the holes on the walls, and I need to paint the walls and the floor. Even though it was painted, I think it will be safer to just paint and give the place in a better shape. That's gonna happen. So today, what I'm gonna do is, I don't wanna start taking off the racks immediately because I still don't have access to the other place. But until I get the key this afternoon, I'm going to finish building my crosscut sled. Then once I get the key, I'm gonna start moving things over to the new place. Again, luckily this is right across the courtyard. I'd say 20 feet from door to door, and guess what? I have 3 windows. In addition to the windows at the top of the door, I have 3 windows. I can't wait to show that space to you. I may be able to record it later today. So I brought my phone to do the recording, and I brought my tripod to put my phone on it, and then I realized that the phone attachment of the tripod was not in the bag. So we'll see how well I can record what the angles will be. But at the very least, I have something going on today that I think I will be able to show you, even though the video quality or the angles may not be the best. I installed my bandsaw blade, and as I was fidgeting with the blade tension and tracking, my arm hit the blade, and this happened. It didn't hurt. It's actually, when it happened, there was nothing there. These appeared later. But just as a warning, even if your bandsaw is not, or any saw is not plugged, it's not working, if there is an exposed blade, needless to say, be careful around it. I'm excited. I hope that there won't be any problems with my application. So my fingers crossed that there shouldn't be any issues, but we'll see. But I can't wait to move to a bigger shop where I don't have to jump over things, and then I will not buy any more tools just because I have bigger space, because it's, I think, really easy to fill it up, and I don't want to do that. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get myself a really good dust collector, because this impacts my health, and the current dust collector I have is working, but it's not that great. So I think I will get a really nice one, and I'll share that when it's time. Okay, I need to stop talking now and start working. For the rest of that day, I worked on my crosscut sled. I glued the front fence to the sled, and I countersank some holes to make sure that the screws did not scratch my table. When I glued it, I clamped the fence before I added the screws. And I used a particle board to make this crosscut sled. Then I went to my table saw to cut the sled. There was a lot of dust coming, so I cleaned the excessive dust with my shop vac. Afterwards, I made sure the front fence was square to the blade, and I clamped it when I was sure that it was squared. I countersank a hole and I put in a screw. But I used a screwdriver instead of the drill because I was worried that the drill might move the fence. After I was done with screwing, I removed the clamp. And then after I moved everything to the new shop, I did some cleaning. I wiped every single blind by hand because it was extremely dirty, and I wanted to make sure everything was clear and clean. And I put frosted window film to the windows for safety purposes so that people cannot see inside. So that's it for this video. In the next one, I want to show you the things that I've done to organize the new shop. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!